Global Banking and Finance is pleased to offer awards for Best Banking Technology Overhaul Africa 2020, Best Banking Technology Overhaul LATAM 2020, and Fastest Growing Payment Solution Provider Europe 2020. Jane Loginova is Chief Commercial Officer for BPC and joins us on a computer link from central London.
Well, first of all, congratulations on your award-winning success, and thank you so much for joining us for this discussion today.
We're, of course, very honoured and pleased to receive them. We, as a company, have been working very hard over the years, and it's always good to have the success recognised. We are the specialist in our field, and we have always been focused solely on payments, and that's something that has been recognized by our clients. We have been growing at a steady rate in volume and in number of clients. But from our clients' perspective, we have been quick to market, and we anticipate the change. And the nature of organization as a private firm is we're quick to take strategic decisions, and we have the agility to adapt to market changes.
How do you think your banking solutions actually help financial institutions create relevant digital experiences for all your customers?
We have, as I said, the platform that covers all the functionality in retail payments that can be deployed in its entirety or just as standalone solutions to cover particular need of that customer. So, the direct answer would be that we cover the necessary functionality for that particular bank or a processor, be it a mobile banking, be it a switch or a card management system. But I think that recently what has been particularly important from our corporate angle is to really focus on the ecosystemic approach, to really work with our customers' vision and strategies so that we're not only a technological provider of standalone solutions, but really work alongside them to become the technological rails to realize their ambition.
Well, I know that most of your operations are controlled by what is known as the Smart Vista suite. Tell us a little bit about how that works and what the advantages are of it.
So Smart Vista is an end-to-end retail payments platform covering all the functionality in retail payment space. That goes from transaction routing, authorization, fraud prevention system, card management system, loyalty, acceptance of payments from all devices, and much more. In fact, I would say in terms of the breadth of the solutions, we are some of along there with the leaders of the market. Again, as I've mentioned, the distinctive feature about Smart Vista is that it's all homegrown. There are other companies operating in our market, competitors, who may also have a very wide and broad set of solutions, but they don't necessarily work well with each other because those solutions have been acquired through M&A, whereas ours are all homegrown, and that's why they're very compatible with each other, so you can really use it as a kind of a Lego concept to really build the solution that is tailor-made for you.
Well, I know that you are established on all 5 continents and therefore have a very big global presence. What would you say the advantages of that were?
So we currently number 280 clients in 90 countries. Predominantly, they are in the financial services space, so banks, processors, microfinance organizations, investment-led projects on the P2P payments, but also they are the transportation companies, telcos, post offices, central banks, and government agencies. And the breadth of this client base gave us, I would say, probably our biggest asset alongside the technology is the experience, because operating as one organization, the experience that we have gained working on some of the innovative projects, for instance, in Southeast Asia, we can deploy or educate our clients on in Europe. And that experience is something that helps us, and definitely something that our customers across the globe appreciate, because everybody always wants to know what do my peers in other parts of the world do with the parties across the world.
Well, of course, having a presence in every major nation around the world leads to all kinds of different rules and regulations. How do you adapt to the compliances that are required by individual nations?
Indeed, clients do rely on us on anticipating those compliance changes and definitely complying with them. I would say that's our nature. To be, well, firstly, provide a secure service, and secondly is be compliant with the regulators globally. We have local teams, we have global teams whose job it is to work with the regulators to follow the new regulations from be it local governments, be it schemes, be it be it national regulators. Of course, like in Europe, PSD2 is something that everybody's focused on. It's 3DS2. That's, again, something that we are compliant with. But as you rightly said, sort of we operate from Indonesia to Panama, and then there are certain local, within those jurisdictions, there is local regulation that our team is very vigilant about.
Well, of course, you are well known for your commitment to clients and also contributing to their success. Why has customer service, do you think, always been so important for BPC?
Our success does come from our customer success. It sounds very logical, but it's this has been our motto for as long as we have been in business. We the service that we provide to customers directly affects the service they provide to their end consumers. In very bold terms, it affects yours and mine ability to pay. So the reputational, the financial risk of that our customers face if we for a minute take our focus off them is quite vast. So in one way we cannot afford not to do that, but on the other hand we have always prided ourselves on building long-standing relationship with the clients, again, trying to move away of just becoming a single solution provider for that particular problem, but ultimately working with them, helping them to realize their vision, whereby they should only be focusing on their customers and their go-to-market strategy, whereas we support all of that with their technology. But yes, I think we are in a B2B industry where it's very important to make sure that your customers are happy and everything works for them.
Well, a final question for you. Will you be actually launching any new products or services in the year, and can you tell us about them?
We are constantly innovating, so in line with the market, the quest for seamless and frictionless payment experience is ongoing, and I would say all participants are working towards that. So we are constantly innovating and coming up with the new solutions to aid that. But I would say what we're really focusing on is tying up the solutions that we already have along with the new solutions to create a more ecosystemic approach that would again allow the customers address the needs of today and for the future. So we're working with the ecosystemic approach in banking, where we are focused on delivering the digital banking solutions and McKinsey validated us as some of the basically your experience as a person living in a city and making that frictionless by operating digital methods, especially now in the COVID reality. We are working on a few projects of how to deliver the government aid to the population directly via digital channels. And I believe it's one of the future strong growth areas. Ultimately, it's a technological platform that connects all players in a ecosystem. It can be any industry, really, any vertically integrated industry. One of the projects that's been particularly successful at this stage is the marketplace, agri-tech marketplace in India, where we integrate all the players in the ecosystem and also provide accessibility to funding. And ultimately, it's the actual payments. And with that, our biggest growth area right now is our SaaS proposition, which we call the Radar Payments, is a white label payments provider on a SaaS basis in Europe.
Well, obviously you have many exciting challenges ahead. Congratulations once again on winning the awards from Global Banking and Finance, and wishing you every success.
Thank you very much.